Everyone thought BlackBerry was invincible. They were wrong, terribly wrong. They built an empire on secure communication, a global leader synonymous with power and prestige. From boardrooms to battlefields, the BlackBerry was indispensable, a device that promised privacy, productivity, and an almost addictive tactile experience. But beneath the sleek design and the satisfying click of its QWERTY keyboard, a slow decay had begun. A series of misjudgments, a profound underestimation of emerging threats, and an almost stubborn refusal to adapt would ultimately unravel everything. This isn't just a story about a company that failed. It's a cautionary tale of hubris, innovation-blind spots, and the brutal, unforgiving pace of the tech industry. How a titan, at its peak, worth over $80 billion, simply ceased to matter. To understand BlackBerry's downfall, we must first rewind to its genesis. Research in Motion, or RIM, founded in 1984 by Mike Lazaridis and later joined by Jim Balsillie, began not with phones, but with pager technology and wireless data transmission. Their breakthrough came in 1999 with the BlackBerry 850. It wasn't a phone in the modern sense. It was a two-way pager with a full keyboard, capable of sending and receiving emails. A revelation for business professionals chained to their desktops. The true innovation lay in its end-to-end secure network. BlackBerry Enterprise Server, or BES, provided an unparalleled level of encryption, making it the device of choice for governments, banks, and corporations. Security was their bedrock. By the mid-2000s, the BlackBerry was ubiquitous. The crackberry addiction was real. Presidents, CEOs, and celebrities all clutched their devices, feeling that satisfying click of a physical button, the hallmark of professional communication. But while RIM was perfecting its physical keyboard and secure email, a seismic shift was occurring elsewhere. In 2007, Steve Jobs walked onto a stage and introduced the iPhone, a device with no physical keyboard, just a seamless glass screen. RIM's initial reaction was dismissive. Co-CEO Jim Balsillie reportedly scoffed, calling it a toy. Mike Lazaridis, the engineering visionary, focused on its technical limitations, like battery life and network strain. They saw a gadget, not a paradigm shift. Their core belief was that professionals needed physical keyboards for serious work. They couldn't fathom a world where typing on glass would become not just acceptable, but preferred. This was their first critical misstep. The iPhone wasn't just a phone, it was a platform. The App Store, launched in 2008, unleashed a wave of innovation and user engagement that BlackBerry simply couldn't compete with. Their own app ecosystem was an afterthought, clunky and limited. RIM tried to respond with devices like the Storm, their first touchscreen phone, in 2008. It was a disaster. Buggy software, a clickable screen that felt unnatural, and a lack of compelling apps led to widespread customer dissatisfaction. Then came Android. Google's open-source operating system rapidly gained market share, offering a flexible, customizable alternative to both Apple's walled garden and BlackBerry's increasingly outdated platform. The competition intensified exponentially. BlackBerry's internal structure also suffered. The co-CEO model, once a strength, became a liability. Lazaridis, the engineer, and Balsillie, the sales and marketing expert, found themselves at odds, unable to agree on a unified strategic vision. They were caught in a classic innovator's dilemma: protect their existing, profitable enterprise market or pivot dramatically to the consumer space, risking alienating their loyal base. They tried to do both and achieved neither. By 2011, their market share was plummeting. The Playbook tablet, meant to challenge Apple's iPad, was released without essential features like native email and calendar. It was a critical failure, further eroding trust and market value. The BlackBerry 10 operating system was their last desperate gambit. Launched in 2013, it was polished, modern, and offered some genuinely innovative features. But it was too little, too late. The ecosystem was gone. The developers had moved on. Consumers had embraced the intuitive touchscreens and vast app libraries of iOS and Android. The very things BlackBerry had dismissed as frivolous were now the industry standard. Their core strengths had become their weaknesses. The company, once valued at over $80 billion, saw its market capitalization shrink to a fraction of that. Massive layoffs ensued. The iconic brand, a symbol of cutting-edge technology, became a cautionary tale. In 2013, Thorsten Heinz, who had replaced Lazaridis and Balsillie, initiated a strategic review, ultimately leading to a shift away from hardware manufacturing. The very thing that defined BlackBerry was outsourced, then eventually licensed away. Today, BlackBerry still exists, but not as a smartphone giant. It's a software company focusing on enterprise security and EOT solutions. A phoenix, perhaps, but one that shed its wings to survive, leaving its phone legacy behind. The story of BlackBerry isn't just about a missed opportunity. It's a profound lesson in the perils of complacency, the danger of underestimating disruption, and the brutal truth that even the most secure grip can eventually slip away. Next, we unravel the dark secrets behind the Fire Festival's catastrophic collapse.